Firearms are a major topic of discussion in the Roundhouse this week, with multiple bills up for debate. This includes bills to create a 2-week waiting period before buying a weapon and the permitless carrying of guns. House Bill 101 outlaws large capacity magazines and assault weapons, with a few exceptions. It now heads on to the House Judiciary Committee after a 4-2 vote.
The legislature is looking at a bill that would end a loophole that allowed a killer to dodge a murder conviction. Matthew Chavez shot and killed Tyler Lackey in 2016 while trying to rob him. He was convicted on second-degree murder. Now, his lawyer argued Chavez was acting in self-defense due to Lackey having a gun and tried to stop the robbery. Senate Bill 363 would remove voluntary manslaughter as an option if the defendant was in the act of committing a felony. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. We are waking up to some very cold temperatures and fog this morning. Be sure to bundle up. We will climb into the 40s this afternoon, but it will be a breezy day.
A man who admitted to shooting at a family driving through Albuquerque is set to spend the next 4 years in prison. That family told police that Antonio Brower Walsh cut them off on Coors last April, hit his brakes, pulled out a gun, and then shot at their car. He pled guilty to charges last month and in a court hearing yesterday expressed remorse to the family.
In a court filing yesterday, lawyers for Alec Baldwin are arguing that because of Special Prosecutor Andrea Reeves' role as a legislator, it's a conflict of interest. They also say it could be a potential conflict of interest because the Santa Fe DA asked for money from the legislature for the prosecution.
The 18-year-old accused of hitting a man with a gun during a road rage incident has been charged with aggravated battery. APD says Andres Lorenzo Martinez is accused of threatening to take the man's car and then hitting him with a gun after a confrontation near Martin Luther King and University back in January. He's been charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is moderate. We have this patchy, dense fog in Albuquerque, and it may cause some icy spots out there on walkways and the roads.
During his second State of the Union address, President Biden called on Congress to help him on a number of key priorities, starting with the economy. The president also called on lawmakers to pass police reform and on foreign policy. The president reiterated U.S. support for Ukraine and took aim at China days after a suspected Chinese spy balloon was shot down.
Thousands of people are still unable to return to their homes this morning after a train carrying toxic chemicals derailed near the Ohio-Pennsylvania border last Friday. Officials successfully burned off most of the chemicals yesterday, but say that the area is still not safe. Nearby schools and businesses remain closed, and the FAA has established a no-fly zone over that area.
4 people were injured on a United Airlines flight when a laptop battery pack caught fire in the cabin. Flames broke out just after United Flight 2664 took off from San Diego International Airport yesterday. The Boeing 737 with 159 passengers on board was in the air for a total of 11 minutes before returning to San Diego as smoke began filling the cabin. Erica.
All right, let's get a check on traffic. The maps are looking clear this morning, no accidents or slowdowns, and Tracker is heading south on I-25 near the Big I. You can see how there is fog in that area, not causing immediate problems on the roads, but you may go into that fog throughout your morning commute, so keep on your low beams and take it slow.
An Albuquerque man is waking up a little bit richer this morning. That's after an impressive performance on Wheel of Fortune. Buddy Wren, a forensic psychology student from right here in the Duke City, took over TV screens on KRQE last night, solving 4 puzzles. Despite failing to solve the final puzzle for $50 grand, Buddy took home a whopping $15,750.
Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, an Albuquerque native is waking up with more money in his bank this morning after an impressive performance on Wheel of Fortune. Buddy Wren, a forensic psychology student from right here in the Duke City, took over TV screens last night solving 4 puzzles. Despite failing to solve the final puzzle for $50 grand, Buddy took home a whopping $15,750.
At number 4, cannabis business has been booming since recreational marijuana became legal in our state. Now, a New Mexico dispensary wants cannabis to be legalized in Texas. High Horse Cannabis Company in Chaparral has now been reaching out to the El Paso City Council, hoping that they will bring up the matter of marijuana decriminalization to state lawmakers. Some residents say that while it's a controversial idea, they are ready to follow in New Mexico's footsteps.
And at number 3, it is going to be a quieter day. Once we get rid of this fog by mid-morning, skies will clear out and we'll see sunshine with highs in the upper 40s.
At number 2, firearms are a major topic of discussion in the Roundhouse this week. That's with multiple bills up for debate. Now, this includes bills to create a 2-week waiting period before buying a weapon and the permitless carrying of guns. House Bill 101 outlaws large capacity magazines and assault weapons with few exceptions. That bill was also merged with House Bill 50. Now, if passed, that would require anyone with them to either surrender them to law enforcement, sell them back to a firearms dealer, or get them out of the state. In the end, House Bill 101 passed on a 4-2 vote. That now heads on to the House Judiciary Committee.
And at number 1, a bill that was meant to limit police involvement during child protective situations has been tabled. Proponents of the bill say that currently it's police that make the call to take children from a home, and that experts from the Children, Youth, and Families Department should be on hand. The bill would take away authority police have when they show up to a situation. They would rely on CYFD to determine when a child needs to be taken into custody. The head of the Albuquerque Police Union disagrees. He says they have specialty units trained for these situations. Senator Correa Hemphill, one of the bill's sponsors, is also proposing a task force made up of CYFD workers, social workers, and police officers to come up with ideas on how to better protect children in our state.